Most people think the Knights Templar were crusading warriors who worshipped strange idols and hid treasure in Scotland. That story is mostly fiction. The real history is stranger, more brutal, and far more relevant to your daily life than any conspiracy theory. Here are 10 facts about the Templars that you were never told. Fact 1. They invented modern banking. Before the Templars, traveling to Jerusalem with money meant carrying gold through bandit territory. The Templars solved this by creating the first international banking system. A pilgrim deposited their wealth at a Templar house in London, received an encrypted letter of credit, and withdrew the equivalent funds in Jerusalem. No gold changed hands. No bandits could steal it. This system, developed in the 12th century, is the direct ancestor of the bank transfer you used this week. Fact 2. Friday the 13th is their legacy. On Friday the 13th of October 1307, King Philip of France secretly ordered the simultaneous arrest of every Templar in the country at dawn. He owed them enormous sums of money and had no intention of repaying it. Hundreds were arrested in a single morning, tortured into false confessions, and burned at the stake. The next time someone considers Friday the 13th unlucky, they are living inside a 700-year-old political murder. Fact 3. Their logo showed their poverty. The famous Templar seal shows two knights sharing a single horse. This was not a symbol of brotherhood. When the order was founded in 1119, its 9 founding members were so poor they could not each afford their own horse. They took vows of poverty and owned nothing personally. Within 2 centuries, they were richer than most kings in Europe. The poverty symbol stayed even as the wealth grew. Fact 4. The charges against them were fabricated. The Templars were accused of spitting on the cross, worshipping a demon called Baphomet, and conducting obscene rituals. These confessions were extracted under torture so severe that many Templars died before they could recant. When knights outside France, where torture was not used, were questioned, almost none confessed to anything. The Pope privately concluded they were innocent. He dissolved the order anyway under pressure from the French king. Fact 5. Their last leader cursed the king from the flames. Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master, was burned alive in Paris in 1314. As the flames rose, he summoned King Philip and Pope Clement before God within the year. Pope Clement died 33 days later. King Philip died 8 months after that. Medieval Europe decided it was not a coincidence. Fact 6. They answered to nobody except the Pope. The Templars paid no taxes, owed no feudal duties, and could cross any border freely. Kings could not control them. Local churches could not discipline them. In an age when power flowed through land and loyalty, the Templars existed entirely outside that system. This is precisely why Philip needed to destroy rather than simply control them. Fact 7. Baphomet was almost certainly a smear. The demonic idol supposedly worshipped by the Templars has terrified imaginations for centuries. Historians now believe the name was a corruption of Muhammad, used as a slur because of the Templars' prolonged contact with Islamic culture. The horned goat image everyone recognizes today was invented by a 19th century occultist, 500 years after the Templars were gone. Fact 8. Their treasure was never found. When Philip's soldiers raided Templar houses across France in 1307, they found almost nothing. The treasury in Paris, said to contain vast wealth, was empty. The Templar fleet had vanished from the port of La Rochelle the night before the arrests. Where the ships went and what they carried has never been established. It remains genuinely unknown. Fact 9. They built a church that still stands in London. Temple Church in London was built by the Templars in 1185 and still stands today. Its distinctive round design was modeled on the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. It survived the Great Fire of London, the Blitz, and 900 years of history. You can visit it today and stand in a space the Templars built. Fact 10. Their encryption is the ancestor of modern security. To prevent their letters of credit being forged, the Templars developed an early cipher using symbols derived from the Maltese cross. Every encrypted message sent today, every secure bank transfer, every password-protected system traces its lineage through centuries of development that began with Templar knights trying to stop medieval bandits stealing pilgrims' gold. The Knights Templar were not guardians of the Holy Grail. They were architects of the financial and legal systems that still shape the world today, destroyed by a king who owed them money. Subscribe to the Ninja of Wisdom. There is plenty more where that came from.